Hello class, hello Professor Chowning. Today we're going to be doing my persuasive speech. I have my dad sitting here as my audience member. He's going to be listening to me. Have you ever wondered if having a loud American muscle car is even worth it? Today I'm going to be telling you guys why I think it is. We're going to be talking about why the Ford Mustang, in my opinion, is better than the Chevy Camaro. To give you guys a little bit of background information, in 1966, the Ford Mustang was created, and in 1967, the Chevy Camaro was created. Throughout the years, each car has just been a rival, and throughout the years, they've been getting better at things like speed, performance, power, pricing, looks. All of these have been underlying factors on what makes the rivalry so special. The cars have been going through upgrades throughout the years, and now in 2020 we're going to be discussing this year's model of the car. To be discussing the 2020 specs, we're going to be talking about first the horsepower of the Chevy and the Ford in 2020. The Chevy model, the Chevy Camaro SS, which is the 6.2 liter V8 engine in it, it listed in at a 455 horsepower, and the Ford listed in at 460 horsepower. To find this information, it's on chevy.com and ford.com, and also the way they find horsepower is they put each car on what's called a dyno, and the dyno is basically what this machine, you hook the front tires up, and on the back tires is a wheel, and once they drive, the engine goes to the max, and then a computer generated numbers, it shows you the horsepower of the car. So through these, the horsepower was found at 455 horsepower for the Chevy, and again 460 pound horsepower for the Ford. The Ford listed in at 5 pounds more than the Chevy. In the torque category we're going to go into, the torque, the Chevy had 450 pounds and the Ford had 420 pounds of torque. And what torque is, guys, is when you guys put your foot on the gas and it goes, the faster it goes and gets up and go, the more torque it has. So you want more torque if you're going to accelerate quick off the line. With that being said, the way they found this is on the dyno. When the dyno goes with the horsepower, it shows you the torque also. Chevy came in at 450 pounds, Ford came in at 420 pounds. Chevy beat it out by 30 pounds in this category. The price, moving on. The price, $37,000 for the Chevy Camaro SS 2020. With that being said, that's including your 6.2 liter engine, your all-leather housing inside the car, and your exhaust system that's going to come with that you're going to be able to hear from a mile away. On the Ford side, the Ford listed at only $35.5 thousand, $2.5 less than the Chevy. So in my opinion, the Ford, you're getting more bang for your buck compared to the Chevy. You're included basically what I just said with the Chevy. You're going to get your leather seats, your exhaust, and your 5.0 liter Coyote engine in the Ford. Your 0 to 60 time, we're going to get into that. This was ran by professionals on a track that was well maintained and kept up with professional people keeping the time. When we were running the Chevy on the 0 to 60 time, from standing still to 60 miles an hour, it ran it in 4 seconds flat. On the other hand, Ford ran it in 3.8 seconds, which is 0.2 seconds faster than the Chevy. Now that you guys have seen this, I've got all this information from chevy.com and ford.com, and information on the cars from dealerships. Now that you guys know where each car stands in each category, would you choose the Ford Mustang or the Chevy Camaro? I hope you guys would choose the Ford Mustang because in my opinion, it's the better car. Going down the specs again, the Chevy lost in the horsepower category by 5 horsepower. The torque, the Chevy did win in the torque category by beating the Ford out in 30 pounds of torque. And the Chevy in the price category was $2,500 more with the Ford. So like I was saying, I think you're getting more bang for your buck with the Ford. And in the 0 to 60 time, you're going to be getting a faster car for what it's worth with the Ford. So I hope today that you guys have learned that you can buy a Ford cheaper than a Chevy and have more of a high output performance.